Alrighty. It is Wednesday. We are live. And we're gonna get back into Planet Zoo here. If it loads. He's been running back and forth attacking the food that was on the floor that got knocked everywhere. Suzu likes eating his dog food off of the floor. Not out of the bowl. Off of the floor. Don't ask me why. It's a game to him. And Bean found it because the bowl flipped over. And I left it in hopes that Suzu would eat the dry dog food off the floor. And Bean was chasing a piece of it. And I'm like, you know what? If it keeps you out of trouble and out of my Christmas tree, I don't care. I don't have much give a damn about that today. Alright. We were trying to figure out this. Right. I forgot we had gotten quite so far. Okay, now, was I able... see if I do that, though, then it looks funny. Maybe we can do, like, a back exit to loop around into there to kind of, like, meet up with that at some point. Right, so last time I got just ticked off at the way the gondola track looked coming through the zoo. I really wanted it, and I know a lot of people were watching me build it on the YouTube side of things. And I do apologize for ripping it out. But it made all of this just feel so clunky and cluttered that I got mad. And I'm like, meh. So perhaps the next time I try one that I want to go through all of the zoo parts, I'll try to plan it a little bit better. And maybe like have the entrance station attached to the entrance gate, like the main station or something. And then like I can kind of take it around the perimeter maybe. Just with the way I have started designing this zoo where I was doing a lot of backstage on the outside, that was quickly becoming not feasible, shall we say. So when we last left off, we were trying to figure out what we were doing over here. I need to have room for possibly some water equipment, like temperature regulators and water cleaning pumps and stuff, because I'm going to attempt... Hold on a second. Alright, sorry, the phone was ringing and I was not going to be able to get up in time to grab it. Call! Sorry. I forgot I hadn't muted and I heard my mom in the laundry room. Which explains why she didn't answer the phone. Now, is this too tight of a turn here? Should I add a space in there? kind of don't want to add a space in there. So this is our sea animal back of the house area. So let me see how we're gonna line this up. So that I'm not certain of. Okay, so let me move that guy. So is that about where I need to be? I mean, if it is, that's fine. I just kind of need to figure out the overlap here. So how is everybody doing on this Wednesday? Everybody good? There's like a little bit of an off wobbly edge there, but you know what? It's not the amount of fighting that I had to do with the other one on gate B, so I'm gonna take it. Alright, so I might be able to get like temperature machinery maybe in here. I'm not 100% certain yet. I don't know that I need this bump out here now. I could probably go this way just to kind of bring that into a slightly smaller footprint. I do have that staff path going to there. Mostly because I don't know for sure where my entrances for habitats are gonna be down here. So maybe I just go ahead and put something in. We could put some keepers' huts and other stuff down off of here if we need to. I do need to figure out a staff a staff entrance here. I might have to, oh, that's right. I need to figure out where I'm going to put this keeper hut for the, cassowaries. Like, is that how I want to do that? Or do I want it coming in off of the back side? I mean, preferably I would prefer it there. So, regular path. I think I was on, was it 30? I don't know. Like, that looks too big, doesn't it? Compared to like this area? Well, maybe not. So where do we want the cassowary viewing to be? And that kind of works there. And we could have, it might impact this building. I might have to turn that building, and that's okay. So we want the cassowary viewing like right there? Or do I want it to do... I guess we could go right there. And that gives us... Well... I don't know where I'm gonna put my C's for cassowary though. This feels a little wide. I'm not gonna lie. It really does. Compared to... Nope. Okay, so what if I take you down to here? I mean, this feels a little skinny. To be perfectly honest. Did I? That's a little off. Really? That's one in that direction. One in that direction. Okay, so that's 2. A total of 3. So that'll be 4. It's still definitely off. Yeah, I don't like the direction the grid is trying to. Come on now. Why are you being stubborn? So that's a total of 3, 4, 5. And I get C is for cassowary in there. Maybe. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Husband was doing something and I didn't know what he was doing because it sounded like he was messing with something else, and I was like, what's going on? Okay, so I think if we have the cassowaries here, I'm going to come back over here. And I'm actually going to redo this. Let's go back down to 13. Actually, this guy, let me grab you. And I am going to see about I think that's enough space with the facade. Probably. Alright, so just temporarily, I'm gonna pop you there. You. I'm going to rotate this way. And I'm going to... Oh, right, but I need to give you a parking lot, don't I? Well, I don't have to give you a parking lot, but I probably will give you like a small parking area. All right, so align to a grid. Or do I want it on this side? Okay, you. Tell you what, I will bump you up to there, right? And then you gonna put there. And let me report this. That, do that, do that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so then I want to, well, let's just grab one while I figure out how I want to do that. How bad are you flickering here? Real bad? Yeah, a little bit. Alright, let me flatten. No. There we go. About to say, like, excuse me. So how much? Oh, that is overlapping a fair amount. But do I need to have it like that close to the pillar? I kind of don't want it to be that close to the pillar. Perhaps we just do... like a little guy right in there. Right, we can have you pull in on this side. I can do like a little like concrete thing with planters around it. That should be fine. Okay. So if we're gonna do that. I'll be right back again. Sorry, the husband was doing something. And he's got noise canceling headphones on. And my mom was yelling about where the cat was, and he didn't hear her. So I needed to go and deal with that. Okay, so if we have the cassowary viewing there, perhaps we do a staff. No, come on. I have to have just a slow, gentle hand. So this is gonna be coming from back behind the cassowaries. So in theory, I can put the cassowary keeper hut like back on this section here, right? Somewhere abouts. So I can back the cassowary's habitat to like here, and then take the line here. We can do something with that. We're gonna need a staff entrance. Right here. Where is it? Which way was this? Oh, that was from a way older zoo. That was one of our franchises, maybe? That does not look like mine. Even though I'm in my blueprints. Where the heck are you? No, you exist. NOPQRS. Oh, there you are. Who was this? Is that Park Oceana? I don't know if that was Park Oceana or Flamingo Falls. Okay. So that was our staff path that we have previously, our staff path entrance canopy that we have previously built that we've been using throughout the park here. Alright, now is that too far of a walk for our vendors to go take a break at? I don't necessarily think so. Like, I don't think I need to bump that down closer. I think we're okay there. I will need a keeper's hut back here somewhere. I don't know where exactly that is going to sit just yet. Maybe there? I don't know. We can adjust it. It's not a huge problem. Don't know. I need to like do something here to kind of section this off. Where did I last use that wall? Doesn't look like I used it in there. I did a fairly decent job with fencing and like shrubbery and stuff to cordon that whole section off. Where did I last use this wall piece? Was it all the way down by the boars? It might have been. It might very well... Oh, no, food court is the closest. Okay. Okay, you are gonna come with me. As we float on over. I was probably silly that I raised that up, but I just wanted to change things up a little bit. Don't know if I'm gonna do a staff canopy there or just like a fence. What the hell did I do? That's facing the wrong way. Hold on. Everywhere else I've got that turned on its side. What the fuck? Nini. Nini, what did you do here? Was you just... Did your brain just check out? Why is this one different? I don't know. You're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be that way. What? What did you do? No. Nisezor, what? What the fuck? What the fuck, girl? How did I not catch that? Either. Oh boy. Well, I feel dumb. How long were you like that? So here's the question. You... Probably. Oh, that's a little too steep. Probably like that. I mean, was I gonna put anything over here? I mean, we've got a food court there. The closest bathroom, though, is here. So I've got some food there. I've got some food here. Hold on. Sorry, this phone is busy today. We've got food here, and we've got a bathroom back there. We've got the centipede here. Cassowary here. I'm gonna put a cat house here. I might have to slide that over a little bit. Potentially. Probably. I probably will move this over a little bit this way to change the angle on this, because let's see, are you 30? Whatever it is, it's probably too wide. I think I was So if I put you more like here. Okay, that's... Oh, I need regular path anyway. Like, do I want to... So cassowaries are gonna sit like right here. Then that gives me some room to take a path this way. Potentially. And then I've got the kitties over here. Hey. Do I want like 2 entrances and then a blank in the middle? Hey! What's happening over there? Everybody's lost their damn minds today. That might be good enough. Alright, this leaves us with a large chunk here. I kind of do want to put the cockroaches in. But maybe like here, just to... I've got this dead space here. So it feels kind of silly. We've got the cat house entrance there. Two. 3, 4. Okay, that might work. Oh wait, not that. Okay, what happened back here? Okay. Okay, so is that not... Okay, that's not... Like, let go of it. Alright. There. Okay, so... Well, no, that's not gonna quite grid align, is it? No. 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 Can we work with that? I think we can. Alright, now these ones I don't have raised up like the others. You know what? That's fine. The pathway kind of works in there. So, or do we want to put the centipedes in there? I've got a little bit of a longer. Well, I can probably get scent in there. Alright. I mean, they're both kind of longer names. It's heart shapes. Maybe C. R. O. A. Cow and Bean say hi. Bean! Bean, too rough. Hi. Bean's been a little bit of a wild guy today. Let's see. We're gonna need a secondary. Keeper hut. Or how do we want to do that? Like, I could, like, stick it here. Okay, yeah, that'll do. And then I can bring up this wall to come around to the side there. And then I can pick it back up in through here. And then I'm gonna have too many staff using this. Is this a large staff room or a small? That's a large one. Oh, we don't have a perk. Well, that won't do. Okay. Alright, let me bring up my list so far. See what we're at. In our planning stages here. Alright, so we've got a place for the centipede. We've got a place for the cockroach. We have a place for the cassowary. So the cat house. The cat house. Let's do sand cat. S A N T. So we've got Sand Cat. That's a little guy. Pala's Cat. P-A-double-L. P-A-double-L-A. Good enough, right? The Palicat. Knock it off. So what else do we want to put in here? We have a caracal, a cheetah, and a cougar. How much space do these need? A caracal needs $7,000. A cheetah needs almost 9,000. Cougar needs almost 9,000. Probably the caracal. I don't... Are these? No, these are not endangered. The cheetahs are vulnerable. I was gonna say they would eat any other animal that you put in there with them. I don't... I mean, that's an awful lot of room. Maybe we just do 3 in the cat house. We can do the 2 smaller ones, like, in the frontal area, and then have, like, a larger section in the back for the cheetah, maybe? Alright, C H E E T. I probably am spelling this wrong. I don't care. It's just so I know what's going here. Okay. So we're gonna do that. And I was kind of thinking after we build the cat house, maybe taking a pathway somewhere off of here Maybe from here, maybe from here, and winding it around this way. And doing some of our crocodiles and stuff, and then going into our D animals. Because that tree right there that's my pointer is on, that's that corner's boundary. But I can't really plot out the river yet. So I kind of need everything else to be in place before we get that far. Alright. So I did bring that over, but I didn't do anything with it yet. How many slats are you actually in the ground with? I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be the exact same over there. It can be different, I suppose. Alright, so I don't know where to start here. Should I start with the food court area? Okay, well, for starters, we need to flip you. I'm gonna mess with the lighting for a second here. I don't know if I can bring the sun to this side. That doesn't help much, does it? No, the sun's gonna be behind me no matter what I do here. Alright. Sorry. I guess we'll have to kind of pop the flashlight on here and kind of hope for the best. Okay. Alright, so do we want to... So that is how many planks in? That might be like 2. I mean, I could, I guess, just kind of... take this. Straight to the wall. I don't know if that's gonna look extra strange or not. I guess we can try it and see. It's the worst that happens. We change it, I guess. And then this guy to here. What are you mowing for? Oh, what happened earlier? Husband? I heard you yelling at Bean because he almost got hurt.
Oh yeah, because he shoved his head in the fridge when I was shutting it.
Oh, Jesus. Is he okay?
Yeah.
So that's probably good enough there. This is going to be visible, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, I have put those canopies there. Oh, I built that off of that one. Okay, that's fine. It just means I need to grab another one. Just kind of figure out how we want to handle that. That mostly takes up that. I might just use the hedges on this one to link up with that. What is your... You need to tell me climbing's enabled on all of them. You're at 62 at the moment. Alright, what... Dumbass. What has, power? Okay, you do not. Okay, we do have a gap there. Okay. Not a huge gap, but a gap. So, because it's not a terribly large gap, I'm probably going to grab a solar panel then. To stick back in there. I mean, I don't know. Do I gain anything from it being... Like, how much am I wasting by, having that be a turbine? So if cassowary viewing is here, cockroaches are here, centipedes are there. So part of that pathway won't have power. Let's see. Well, I don't know who he's meowing at, but he's meowing about something. He might be playing with Little for all I know. So... if I were to, like... put you there, I'm still gonna have like a gap over there. Don't know if I can get away with having you here. Like if I were to put you here, that doesn't really help that. What if... Does that mean climbing's turned on you? No, you're disabled. Okay. Alright. Hold on, you guys. Alright, sorry. Like I said, the mother-in-law's back. And she's creating all kinds of chaos. We keep telling her to call before she tries to come in the house because we've got the kitten loose and he runs for the door. And so she just walks up and knocks on the door. It's like, no? Okay. Oh, right. We were looking at power grid. Okay. So I need to have the heat map turned off for this, though. I could maybe... That might interfere with the size of the cassowary habitat. Popping it right there, though. But the solar panels don't seem to have a negative guest effect on them, though. Alright, if I were to put you there... Well, you're a little crooked, actually. So, say I put you there. Alright, that powers that. And it powers... the entirety of the walkway to there. Where does the walkway split? Okay, so it comes to like a V there. Okay. I mean, you're running power off of that one. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind today. No idea who that was. Okay, so in theory, that should be enough power. If I need to adjust something to cover that, like I just don't know. Putting a turbine there is gonna be really, really tricky. How bad is your I hate everything about you circle? So I mean that's at 100%. That would be super tight in here because I've got pathway here, guests hanging out here, you know what I mean? So, alright. So that's got power there. I can't do that side yet because I don't have the cassowaries shaped yet. So how do I? Oh, hold on. Let me just type in. Because we've got some, like, funky stuff. We've got... I think this is a... That's a wooden. That's a wooden guy. We've got, like, a rock painting. We've got, like, this guy. Oh. And then we've got this guy, right? It's like a cutout. And I kind of like that. And I would kind of like to use that one in this somehow. So, alright, let's come back up to here. I know we still have to do facades and everything, but I really want to figure out the size of this. And of course it's not Southern Cassowary. Okay. So you are tropical. So they usually prefer solitary, but I wonder if we can put a pair in there. Just so they're not, like, alone. So what color fencing? So they don't have any water requirements, no climbing requirements. They just want space. So it needs to be a grade 2 or is that 6 feet? Continents are Oceania, Southeast Asia. Indonesia. Australia, Papua New Guinea. Alright, So I want to see what my wood options are here. Actually, let me go back to here. Okay, there's our cassowary sign, right? I am going to float you. No. I'm going to float you in the air. Just a bit. But I have a reason. So this is the one that we've been doing all of our building in. I mean, yeah, let me flip you upright so we can get a better idea of this. So this actually, I also got it from this side. Be a little bit easier. So that's with the bamboo behind it. It's okay, but it seems a little busy. With the green bamboo. That's with the standard bamboo. It still feels a little busy. Brick. Not feeling the concrete. You can change the color. On the 3D wall. Like the pattern there's a little busy. I mean, that could be interesting. For like kids to peek through and see the cassowary through the cassowary shape. It's a little more standout. What is this? This is the Indonesian brick temple. Wasn't sure how I was gonna like that. Limestone's very plain. We can change the color on that. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, the mud wall's okay. I might not be able to use this. I kind of wanted to, but with like a piece behind it. But seeing what it looks like, but oh, this one's got multiple colors on it. That's right. And then we just have this, and that doesn't really stand out very much. Let me come back to this. What if... Don't forget you got something in the oven.
Yeah, I know.
So if we do that... I was trying to see if I could get... I think that might be a little too... Oh, there we go. We could go with like... maybe a turquoisey color. Like, I kind of wanted to use it, but at the same time, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah. How many of these did I put in there? Okay, there we go. Alright, I might just do stone, right? So... I don't know if I should pop the null in first and then do my walls, or I should probably do the walls first. But it only needs to be like 6, so why does this end of the pathway look so much more? Is it just an illusion? It might just be an illusion. Okay. Let's get this figured out here. What do we want our benches to be? So, we can get this. Hold on again. Everybody's bringing me problems right now. While I'm in the middle of doing something. Because of course they are. So that is just not enough room for that one. I mean, it's a little themed, but it is cute. But again, it doesn't seem like we have enough clearance around it, I guess, to really make that happen. Now that is kind of tight clearance there. I guess we'll just go with our standard picnic table. Do we want to go? What color was I using previously? That's a good question. Did I just go with like standard brown? I think they are dumping tanks on the RV because they're right outside our window and I can hear them yelling. Not like arguing yelling, but like yelling to be heard to one another. Okay, we used the standard brown and we colored the umbrella. But of course they decided they had to do this now. They've been up since 9. And Russell, from the smell of it, is trying to make Chex Mix. And from the sound of things, it seems as though they've got him involved in this madness. There is not enough. There's not enough patience today. There's just not. They're supposed to be here, supposedly. As of right now, they are planning on staying until around the 10th of December. As far as I'm concerned, the 10th cannot get here fast enough. Why are we being... Okay, you're just gonna demand to be at a weird angle there. Okay. Because we keep putting in boundaries and she just keeps fucking ignoring them. Please don't bring smelly stuff here. Please don't be wearing smelly stuff when you're around me. Please call. before you tried to come into the house. You met the cat last night. We explained to you how he acts around doors. We need a chance to catch the cat. You could have texted him. You could have called him. You have a cell phone. Nope. Just starts banging on the door. We've been keeping the door locked so she can't just walk in because we know she can't follow a simple request. Ugh. It's not all that much to ask to call before you try to come into the house when we told you this cat darts for the doors. And then that gives us a couple moments to try to grab him. And he's running around playing and didn't want to be grabbed. We had to try to pry him off the top of the fridge quickly. It was not an easy task. Especially when the fridge is taller than both of us and we're trying to trick him into coming closer to the edge so that we can snag his butt. It's not... Sorry, y'all. She brings this out in me. Or anybody's like, well, just cut her off. Go no contact. I can't. Trust me. I would love to. But I can't. We are currently in her house. I don't want to do that. So we can't just, like, magically cut her off. And, have everything be right with the world. Do I want my little border? I mean... could go with the border. We could just go with hedges. What the fuck are they yelling about? I can hear somebody's loud ass mouth screaming about something. I just don't know what the fuck they're screaming about. How about we slant this one's roof backwards, maybe? My God. I'm glad we have the filters on the microphone now. It's so distracting. Hold on a minute. My mom needed to know if her door's supposed to stay unlocked right now. No. No.
If it was anyone else, I would say they're done yelling, but you know.
I know they're not, and I'm like getting more and more angry. Or, you know, at least fucking frustrated. For the love of God, why? They both have cell phones. They are both more than fucking capable, and I'm sorry, but I'm mad, of calling each other to talk to each other through their phones so they can hear each other clearly about what needs to be done next. But no, neither one of them hear that great, and they're just gonna stand out there and yell into the wind. Is it December 10th yet? Y'all, mentally, I cannot. I cannot. She is a walking chaos ball. My husband strongly suspects that I am probably autistic too, which is probably why she upsets me so much, because she is a walking overstimulation machine. Nothing she does makes any fucking sense. And I just cannot. Just cannot. Normal people probably have the patience to deal with this. As I'm getting older and having to deal with her more and more. What now?
Oh, there's a fucking ridge on the metal that someone scraped up on there, so I just like bent my nail back so hard it's bleeding.
Oh, what? In the motherfuck. Hang on again. Sorry, I had to go make sure the husband was okay. Okay, I think... Okay, I'm just gonna, like, pop these at the top. Those actually auto-placed higher than I thought they were going to. That saves me some trouble. Back into my blueprints here, see if I can find this thing. I'm sorry today has been such chaos, you guys. I do deeply apologize. Anytime they're here, it's chaos. That's out of our control. At least they've stopped screaming for now. So that's something at least. That's probably as uncrooked as I'm going to get that. Looks like that's about in the middle. It's not staying white, I just need it to be like that for just a minute. So that's not too bad. Okay. Now this guy. Let's grab all of our flowers here. Alright, what is this one? We could probably leave that one white. Okay. So this was 8 different pieces that I rigged together. To make it look like one cohesive sign, essentially. Why did that go? What is that? There we go. I guess I hit reset or something on it. Okay. So we've got that there. Still feels a little plain in the front here. So I need to grab that. I'm gonna duplicate it. Pop it here. Okay, that's not showing me. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if that's how you want to be, then I guess that's how you're gonna be. Question is, do I want you here? Yeah, that's not bad. I think I've got it a little more. He was trying to help them do something with the RV because they needed help, and he caught his fingernail, or the edge of his fingernail, like right where his fingernail and side edge of his finger meet, and cut it, and it pulled away from the cuticle a little bit because it got caught on something that was sharp that nobody warned him about while they needed help with their stupid nonsense. So that's fun. I'm gonna need you some more in a little bit. Oh, you know what? I need my... Where did I leave that? Is that down by the boars still? It might be. Like, I really wanted to plan out the Crocodile River, but oh, thank you. How's it going, Taco? Where is my light? Where the fuck did I leave it? I have a little tiny light that I've been dragging around everywhere with me, that I've been duplicating off of because it's just been making my life easier. And I went to grab it to bring it down to the other end. Where the fuck did I leave it? Oh, you know what? It's probably over here. You just about died at the grocery store. Not only is it the day before Thanksgiving, but they are predicting 9 inches of snow Friday and Saturday. So people are, oh, good lord. We made sure we had everything we could possibly need Sunday night. There it is. Sunday night or yesterday. Purposely so we did not have to deal with any of that. We're not predicted for snow, but things get crazy enough around here. You don't need to go back out, right? Alright. And the mother-in-law's here. They got in last night. Yay. Like, she's toxically angering to the point where I don't know if she's just this stupid or if she's doing it on purpose. It's really hard to tell. It's really hard. I don't know. She can't follow any simple boundary instruction we give her. So we've been dealing with that. Toxic is toxic. Yeah, no. We would love to, but we're in her house right now and she's paying the house bills. It's okay. I get it. So we can't like completely cut out the toxic right now. Shit. We can potentially do so if and when we move, because then everything will be in our names and we don't have to worry about childish threatening of, well, I'm not gonna pay X if I don't get my way. Because that threat has happened a couple of times. And we're not in a financial position to take over all of the bills on this house, and I don't want to keep this house. This house has a whole host of problems. And it's more house than Russell and I would ever need to heat and fuel and all that. We would be perfectly fine in a tiny home. Provided we didn't have to pay park rent somewhere. Because I also think that's ridiculous. You're buying a home to put on land that you're renting, like, and they can kick you out at any time. So it's like, yeah, or raise the lot rent whenever they feel like it. So I'm just like, hopefully by the time we go to move, the area that we were looking at, house prices were lower than what we think we could get for this place. So I'm like, okay, so we'd have a little money to do some fixing up with as well, potentially. Which is helpful. But I found out they are coming out with Planet Zoo 2 sometime next year. No date listed yet. So now I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be done this zoo in time, so I'm gonna have to put in some extra hours on this. But, I feel really bad because I wasted like 2 weeks working on a gondola sky ride. And I hated it. I didn't necessarily hate the building of like the entrance platform, if you will. I hated the way the track looked going through the zoo. It just looked ugly and it made it feel cluttered, and I'm like, I'm not happy. This looks so bad. The building looked fine, but the track just looked bad. And I was just like, I'm not loving this. So, my brain's like, nope, 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 nope. If I leave it, I'm gonna hate it, and then I'm not gonna want to continue on this zoo. So I was like, fuck it, we're ripping it out. I'll try to do something else somewhere else. I don't know if I have the room. Shit. Let me grab you, please. Thank you. I mean, if I just turned my camera, I could grab it a lot easier. But, I mean, maybe we could do a crocodile boat ride? I don't know if I've got the room. Maybe, and then we just don't do any other sea animals after the crocodiles. Maybe. I mean, I could probably definitely have the room if I take the cheetah out of the cat house. And we just go with Paula and the sand cat. But it kind of feels like we're gonna need the cheetah in there. I don't know. Meh. And today has been nothing but chaos, so... We asked the mother-in-law, please call us. Or even text Russell before you come up. Calling's faster. Because we have the kitten. And he darts for doors. He got out of the house once on my mom and we just barely managed to catch him. After an adrenaline rush, handshaking like half an hour of trying to coax him out from underneath of our car. Before he bolted into traffic. In the dark, and he's black. So that was fun. You got a Thanksgiving meal from the grocery store. They do great catering and lots of good food for this weekend, and you'll be avoiding the public till Monday. I don't blame you. I want to avoid the public now. Like, him and I are not leaving this property except to take the dogs to the park. And that is only because if we don't take them to the park, Zuzu will bark at us until we go. Like, angry, sassing me, telling me off, barking. With his tone and his body language. And he won't stop until he gets his way. So... What's up?
I'm going to give my mother $5 in cash to grab me a couple loaves of bread.
Where's the kitten?
He's still in the room.
Okay.
Well, I'm doing it now. Before I forget and leave.
See, I didn't think we were gonna have enough bread.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure how much I would do.
You never listen to me. 3 loaves is enough. No, it's not. You've been living on toast again. And we're having grilled cheeses again for dinner tonight, because I don't want to clean up a big mess and then have to do a fuck ton of dishes tomorrow. Your doggy is the best boy ever, and he's even an emote. He needs to go outside. No problem. Yeah, no, it's just utter chaos. No, he will sass me and bark at me. Snuffles likes to go, but she doesn't, like, demand we go. At first we were getting away with just taking him in the morning. And then he got pissy about it and started demanding that we go in the afternoon. And we didn't realize that that's what he was demanding until we took him. Or we took him as a special treat one afternoon. Maybe because it was nice out or something. When it got warmer. And now he's like, all the time, twice a day, let's go. And I'm like, no. He hates to get wet, so we can't go when it's raining. Like, if there's puddles on the ground, he steps out or he can hear it raining. As soon as we step out on the porch, he's like, no. We have puppy potty pads for when he's fussy about the weather outside. Like, he'll step out into the snow, he acts like he wants to, and then he's out there for like 5 seconds and he's like, no, mistakes were made. Regrets are happening. I want back in the house. Like, okay. Not that it snows that much here, but... And it does snow. Oh good, we've got one right here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Why am I having such trouble grabbing this today? Thank you. So when I scrapped the gondolas, I decided to just focus on putting in our sea animals. Letter C animals, to be clear. I want to do this. Do I want to just have it like out here? I could just get away with it out here because I've got the lights on the doorway. Although they're kind of like at head level. That seems a little low. I'm probably going to raise them. Now that I'm looking at it, that looks a little ridiculous. Somebody's gonna bash their face into it. But, yeah, Snuffles doesn't demand to go. She seems to enjoy going. When we do go. And she'll be excited to go. Don't know if that's much better, but probably should have grabbed both sets. Okay. Oh fuck, I still have to trim the building. Right, I knew I was missing something here. Okay. Architecture, walls. I think it's under columns. You alright?
Uh-huh. It hurts when I put pressure on my thumb because of that thing.
Don't do that. I've been mostly using this one. Okay, so I have a 6 version of it. Alright, let me put snap back on. Now, granted, the 6 is a little big. Just a little. I'm gonna trim this very carefully, I suppose. Well, I've got it slanted back there. Alright, oh wait, you are not quite... forward enough. Okay. And brown. Okay. He asked her to get loaves of bread. And then she called him back, and now she's arguing with him about if we need anything else that she doesn't have money to get. Oh my god. She's a spend monkey. She spends it even when she doesn't have it. and treats her overdraft protection like extended credit. And I wish I was joking and I'm not. So it's quite insanity trying to make sure she doesn't fuck up anything too bad to put the house in jeopardy. Because we very much need this house. Be able to sell it to move it out of this area. Okay, so climbing is off on these guys, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. I suppose for this, need to figure out how high up. There's like a little subtle. Well, it's not on the other side, it's only on this side. Tell you what, we'll bring it to there. Alright, oh gosh, I can't see. Am I over enough? Like, it doesn't have to be right on the corner. Because we've got that other piece covering it. I just don't want it sticking out. It's such a dark color. Are you flickering? Tell me now. Sometimes the X and the Y conflict. And so when they overlap at like the same exact point, they like fight for who's gonna be visible. Like who's gonna be sitting at the front. So sometimes you have to grab that piece and like slide it back and forth and up and down slightly just to get it not on the same exact one. But I'm having trouble getting in there close enough to tell. I think we're good. Okay, so this is 1, 2, and 3. I'll know better when I bring it to the back. Oh wait, hold on. Before we do that, I kind of need to bring you up. How am I gonna do that? Alright. Let me... I guess I have to bring you to there. Alright. That means that this piece is going to bump out slightly. Or both of these are, actually. Why is your arrow all the way down there? Just to be difficult. Nope, that's too far. Well, no, maybe that's not too far. Because I need it to be a little bit even there. Let me grab these 3 windows. Why are you all the way out here? Oh, hold on. 4 windows, excuse me, not 3. Still feel like that arrow was very far off the building. Alright, anyway. So we've got that. Grab those pieces. There is a bit of a difference there. One minute. So how... Okay, the back's gonna be a little bit easier to be fussy over because it doesn't matter as much. Because it's the back of the building. Okay, it should be up to that. Okay, so we've got those pieces in place. Did I want to do another frame? Don't know. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, okay. Alright. Now, we have to figure out this mess here. So, let's see. Let's come back into construction. I'm gonna need the 4 instead of the 6. Okay. So, let's flip you. Oh, goodness me. Alright. So that's okay there. Okay, good. So we've got you. Now, we have this little problem up here. So I am going... I hadn't originally planned on wrapping that around. We'll see how that goes. Now, this mess. Always hate having to do the angle-y pieces. That is kind of maddening right there, but I'm gonna have to just let it be. It's not gonna be all that noticeable. Why do you do this? Is it because you're... Oh, well. That's something else I needed to deal with, but... Why are you being silly? Oh. Okay. Are you two gonna be silly? Yes. Everybody's gonna be silly. If we select them together. Wonderful. Alright, I do have the flashlight on already. Just this side of the building is extremely dark. So we're getting like washed out by the sun, so the flashlight's not doing a whole lot in this instance. Plus, I've got a glare on my monitor, so you might be able to see it a little bit better. You don't have to close it entirely.
I'm not closing it entirely. Just trying to reduce the glare for it. How's that?
That's a bit better. That looks like it's sticking out a little bit further than I necessarily wanted it to. So did they get that thing turned around?
No, because they're still lined up and plugged into the water. They haven't backed out of position from the dump.
Are they going to be?
Yeah, they're going to eventually.
Or are they just staying there?
No, they're gonna move. They're gonna move eventually. They just haven't moved yet.
They better get a move on. It's getting late. We need some stuff here. What shall we put here? Let me get off of that. How about... Are you gonna be too big here? You might be too much. Yeah, then you're kind of blocking the sign. Okay, so maybe not you. Alright, what about you? I mean, I could go grab one of those umbrella trees, maybe. Yeah, you're a little big for right there. We could put you here. We could put the three-prong, though. We could put that three-prong tree all, up in here. Well, I don't want you, like, clipping the building, though. Yeah, that's gonna make you clip. That's gonna have you clipping in. Okay, that has us a safe distance, and I've got a light already in the bottom of that tree, projecting upwards. So we've got that. Now, do I just want to... Down here, I've got it hedged. And just kind of like cutting off at the wall. I think that might be what we end up doing up here. Because that sounds pretty good to me. Alright, let me throw that back on. I'm probably still gonna have to do an adjustment here. But thank you guys for bearing with the multiple interruptions. Did your stuff finish?
Yeah, I've also...
Okay.
Yeah, I heard plastic rattling too, and I was immediately like, is that Beans?
Is he loose?
Yeah, he's loose, but it's
Okay.
just Eileen.
Does she know he's loose?
Yeah. I asked first.
And all the doors are locked and everything. That is kind of a funky angle there. Do I want to take this all the... It's weird without it coming all the way back. So maybe we just kind of... do that, right? So this piece. It's gonna go there. Still feels like that's turned a little funny, but it might not matter here in a second. Alright, I'm gonna have to sink that in just a little bit. Potentially. Well, I don't know. That might be okay. I mean, the hedges have to connect somewhere, right? It can't just be all seamless here. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do for Planet Zoo 2. I'm hoping that we get some more stuff for people to do while they're in the zoo. Like maybe some interactive, like new interactive learning stuff. Maybe like an actual functioning playground that the kids can utilize. 'Cause like the one zoo we go to, they've got all kinds of stuff. Some zoos I've seen that have rope courses for people to do. I would like to see an animal themed merry-go-round carousel, whichever you're gonna call it. Let me look it up so I don't keep... What is the between... I've heard it before, but I can't remember. So, yep, there we go. Merry-go-round can refer to simpler manual carousels. No, one has horses. Terms are technically synonymous with carousel, originating from a jousting game and merry-go-round, describing it. No, there's actually a difference. A carousel is a ride that features a motor and horses. A merry-go-round is a ride that features no motor and no horses. Okay, so sometimes people will refer to carousel or merry-go-rounds as being as not having just horses on them. I know that now. Okay, so carousel is going to be just your ponies, essentially. I feel like you should really be here, though. But whatever, I would like to see an animal-themed carousel. Merry-go-round, whatever you want to call it. You get the idea. Because a lot of zoos have those now. And I mean, they have the technology to do it. Because they're in Planet Coaster. So it can be done. So I was on the fence as to whether or not I was going to do an extra stream tomorrow. I'm not. I'm gonna have to keep getting up too much to check on food. And I'm gonna be busy dealing with other stuff earlier in the morning. I did get some more yarn fluffed, though. I don't want to do this. Because the other one, like, the other one had a more significant cutoff. You know what? Nobody uses this path. I don't think I'm in all that much danger of having anybody clip into it. Because there's like nothing on this backside here to bring anybody over. So I'm gonna do what I probably should have did in the beginning and just hedge this fucker. All the way. Yeah, I might work a bit on the display log tomorrow off stream. At least to try to get the shape filled in. But that's not necessarily something that I need to do on stream with everybody. Like, that's not really something y'all are gonna be missing anything exciting about. I did get some more yarn fluffed last night. My bag's not super stuffed, but I got it definitely topped off because I did make a pretty good dent in it yesterday. Now I'm just kind of hoping that I've got enough fluff to finish the log. I should. I have another color that's very similar that might be just a touch lighter. Like, what happens? We're like all a little bit too deep into the wall here. Where did... Like, I thought we were leaning in a little more than needed. It was definitely getting more noticeable. I mean, that's like a pretty good, gap there. Alright, maybe it's these guys that need more of the adjusting. Bean is loose.
I know. I'm going to step out the front door real quick.
Where is he? Because I'm gonna have to... Hold on, you guys. Alright, so as predicted, the second he touched the door, the cat came like charging into the room, so I had to grab him. And I was standing there holding him for a second, and I don't know what they're doing, but they're dicking around. And I don't have time to stand there and dick around holding the cat. We're in the middle of something here, and nobody is being respectful of that today. Just put the cat in the bedroom. Nothing you ever do with your mother is quick, easy, or painless. Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, that's a shadow from that. Now it's starting to angle into the wall again a little bit more here. And I'm just frustrated. It's been a day of constant interruptions. My mother was also being a pain, but it involved something with his mom. Total chaos. But that is kind of out from the wall a bit, isn't it? Like, that almost needs to kind of like overlap there. Then it started to like almost angle out too much. So let me have these three. Brain has a hard time focusing on what I'm trying to do when other stupid shit is going on around me as well. I am going to grab you. And you are going to come down this way. And it was beginning to sound like he was going to have to help them. Back this stupid thing up. Okay, so we've got that there. Okay. So we've got some azalea bushes over here and some elephant grass. Thinking maybe we just kind of carry that over into here. Maybe. Okay. And the azalea bushes, those aren't too hard to find. So grab these. Proud dog moment. Cheddar's leash broke about a half-mile from home and he stayed with me the whole way. Yay. That is a very good boy. Mine would have been gone. They've been like, oh, this is a fun game. Like, no. Not a game. Come back here. The mother-in-law's sister has a high-strung, high-energy Doberman that they decided to train themselves with a collar that vibrates and beeps. It has a shock option on it. I am not a fan of that. They apparently turned that portion off, supposedly. But I've also had the, I guess, aunt-in-law, tell me to my face how well this dog listens. And not 2 seconds later, the dog bolting from her, chasing one of the neighborhood cats that likes to hang out in our house, and walk through our yard and come eat on our porch. And I'm like, yeah, that dog listened real well. Put the dog on the leash. I understand yours is different because the leash broke, but their dog is not that well behaved. She kept doing like the 30-yard stare where she was looking at stuff and where she wasn't gonna listen, and I'm like, keep her focused. She had the leash in her hand. I'm like, just put the damn leash on the fucking dog. They have a lead that they attach to our clothesline posts that are cemented into the ground. Just put the lead out and put her on the lead then and stand there with her if you don't want to walk around with her. Come on now. This dog has proven time and time again that it will bolt from you if it finds something more interesting in that moment. I am very happy that Cheddar listened to you and behaved like a good doggo. I wish their dog was that well behaved. It is not. And they can pretend all they want, but there's no way. Supposedly, they are cooking their own meal on Thanksgiving. Something happened last year, and I had to end up feeding them. I don't mind feeding them, but I need to know because her sister is gluten-free. So I think she has Crohn's or something. Or celiac disease. Something that the gluten bothers it. Quite a bit. And, you know, trying to be accommodating. No, we're fine. Okay. And then end up having to cook for them. Okay. I think they kept tripping the circuit breaker in the RV for some reason. But yay, proud dog moment. Proud dog mom moment. Hopefully we can survive the chaos of the next... God, 2 weeks. 10 days. More than 10 days. I didn't get my vacation. I should have been fresh back from vacation. And that didn't happen. Slightly bitter about that. Because it was supposed to be a bucket list trip. We were supposed to go to, take my mom to go see her sister and my brother. And, I was supposed to go to SeaWorld to see all the Christmas decorations. But, finances didn't come together fast enough for that. Because we had to cover house bills for a brief amount of time so that the mother-in-law could deal with something that she didn't end up fully doing anyway, which is kind of what I told the husband was going to end up happening with that, but things just didn't work out, so now we're trying to go in April. Probably like the end of April, beginning of May. Possibly is the next time frame we are trying to get to. We'll see if we're able to do that because our stove died. Again. We had just replaced this stove not under 2 years ago. It wasn't even a full 2 years. This one, the thermostat or the control computer board on it, it was a glass top, it was a glass top stove, electric. The circuit board or computer or however it talked to the thermostat for the oven decided it wasn't going to communicate with it anymore. And just started going crazy a couple times. and getting way hotter than what we had set the thermostat or the temperature to. And we're like, okay. Called somebody out. He disconnected the thermostat. Reattached it. And he's like, well, I don't really see anything wrong right now. I'm not finding what's wrong. I'm like, oh, good. So what's that mean? So he's like, well, if it does it again, unplug it and plug it back in. Like it's a regular computer, turn it off, turn it back on. And it should clear it and it should be fine. And we're like, okay. And then that was $150. I'm like, you didn't do anything. And, okay. A couple months went by and it did it again. So we unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it was okay for another couple, well, no, maybe another month. And then this time it gave us an error code, and we were able to look up the error code. It wasn't giving the code before this. And the code was like, well, there could be something wrong with the computer board, the wiring, or just unplug it to clear the error and plug it back in. I'm like, okay. But the frequency with which we're having to do this is increasing. And, I can't cook my food. I had multiple dinners that I had to throw out because they were only partially cooked. I'm like, and then we had to end up getting takeout because the oven had to cool enough for us to pull it off of the wall to unplug it and plug it back in. And the last straw was the last week before last, 2 weeks ago. Temperature had dinged for it preheating. I'm like, okay. I put our tater tots in the oven. We're gonna have tater tots and chicky nuggies. And, he had been watching the temperature with our infrared thermometer. He kept scanning it on his own independently, just trying to double check what the stove itself, or what the oven itself was at. And he said everything was fine. Husband said nothing looked wrong. Like, okay. And so he stopped watching it. And I put the tater tots in. I'm like, alright. You say we're good. Because this was becoming like a paranoia point for me, because I didn't want the oven to just freak out and start melting everything. Put the tater tots in. They were on a parchment, sheet of parchment. I walked away. They were supposed to cook for a half an hour. I set the timer for 15 minutes because I had the chicken nuggets in with them, and the chicken nuggets I needed to flip after 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I'll come back in 15 minutes and we'll flip the nuggies and we'll be good. Except when I came back in 15 minutes to flip the nuggies, it smelled like something burning. And, there was an error code flashing on the stove. We never heard it beep that an error code had happened. And, my parchment was burnt black. In the 15 minutes it took for me to walk away and sit down. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't want to do this. Because that's like a funky angle here. And if I go to here, that's quite a bit of a border around it. And I didn't want it to be that. I need like a shorter version of this bush that's the same height and the same width. There's a slightly shorter version of this, like lengthwise, but it's a lot bigger. Widthwise. If I do that. He's in the bedroom because I couldn't stand there holding him. The second you touched the door, he came running in. Wait, whose car? Whose car do you have to move?
Mine. I don't trust her to make the curve that she needs to make to get out on the other side. I'd rather move my car and have her not fuck up than risk her fucking up.
So where's our car going?
I'm just gonna back it straight out and I'll pull it forward when it's time for us to go.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm gonna pull it up for you guys.
How is she gonna get back in?
I'm gonna drop everybody off and then move my car forward. I'll take care of it.
What? No. Husband. How is your mom gonna get back in? How is she gonna... Serenity now, serenity now, serenity now. We have a horseshoe-shaped driveway that goes around the back of our house. They usually back the RV in on the grass. They're being assholes about this and don't want to park in the grass now. And want to park on the driveway. Except this thing is slightly wider than the driveway. So now they're making this 20 times harder than it has to be for everybody to get in and out with their cars. Because it's his mom. And she was like, oh, I think I can make turning past the, see, that kind of lines up there. She would have to squeeze the car in between the clothesline and where we have our trailer. That is like kind of tucked off to the side, which hypothetically is out of the way. So now we can only use one side of the driveway. And she was gonna... No, that's not what I meant. I meant how is she going to get back in?
I'm just gonna... Okay. Whoever shows up first pulls through and parks in the back, and the other person pulls in and parks in the back. Right now, we're both parked in the back parallel to each other. Just leave when we need to.
This could all be avoided if they just parked where they were supposed to. But they won't.
Should I just leave him in until after we do the walkies?
I guess. Do you know why the lamp is fell over in there?
Because I was trying to get back there and I got angry last night. And so I just moved everything out of my fucking way to get him to stop.
Okay.
I have to clean a room anyhow. At some point after Thanksgiving, my aunt may go up to my aunt's place. My mother may stay in her room for a bit. Question mark? I don't know. I'm just giving you a heads up. So I gotta clean in there anyhow.
Is she taking the RV or is she taking your mom's car?
I presume she's taking the RV. I don't know.
Okay. Wait, which aunt? My head hurts. Which aunt? Which aunt?
I don't know. I presume my Aunt Doreen, but I don't know.
I'm surprised your mom wouldn't go.
I don't know. Get out of each other's hair.
Oh, are they getting pissy at one another?
Possibly.
Now, this I can actually lay on its side. Taco had a proud dog mom moment.
Oh.
Her leash broke and a half mile from the house and the doggo didn't run off on her. And stayed with her.
That's good.
That was a very good doggo. Hypothetically, if I were to do that, it is so much wider though. So I could get rid of that one. It also turns out that our recycling day was changed to Tuesday morning and nobody told us? That is a little bit... Do you think that's weird? With that being wider?
What am I looking at that's weird?
This is this wide, and that is not that wide.
Okay. Well, what you could do is you could use two of the thin ones and have it, like, merge into itself to narrow it down. If you get what I mean? Yeah, like, make the outer edge and then make the inner edge and just have, like, form a triangle.
Is that gonna float? And not enough to worry about. Okay. So And then this would have to be... kind of sort of jankified. Maybe a little more janky. New, I don't even know what to call it. New daily season is starting in Fallout 76. A new scoreboard season.
Oh.
Next week.
Oh, is it next week?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that close.
That's what I was trying to tell you. December 2nd is next week. Next Tuesday. It just looks weird. Alright, what if I duplicated this one? It's the connection point that's getting me. Right? Like... then that is... it's just not smooth at all. Then that's sticking out there. If I could get this to... point. Or even like, even if it was just the ugly side. Okay, that's close. Can't even think anymore today. You turned the oven off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to replace the oven. I think that's where I last left off. Fortunately, they were on sale and they had the cheaper, lower technology one still available. Because we certainly didn't want to go through all that nonsense again. Okay, so if I do that, how do I... You know what? Just went to the gardening tab. See, like, there's this one, but he's like a lot of a thicker boy. Oh wait, are you tremendously thicker? Might just have to like piecemeal it this way. Which actually looks a little bit better. This one looks a little low, doesn't it? Compared to the others. Now this one looks a little low. Is it just an illusion that's fucking with me? Because now... everybody looks a little low. Ugh. Christ's sake. It doesn't help that the texture keeps changing height on me. Alright, I mean, that's probably good enough, right? I might be able to get the other ones in there. Alright, I need another palm tree. I don't want to be too close to the turbine. Technically, we're not all that close. Let me see. Can I get another one of you, like, back on into here? Okay. Got that. Alright. Now. Grab this. So all we really managed to accomplish today was decorating the bathroom, really, and getting that facade in. But we were also, well, we did a little bit more than that. We picked out our tables. We started our hedge work. We ended up taking it all the way down the wall. We fixed that weird piece of fence that was flipped the wrong way somehow. We ended up putting a solar panel in here. Fixed the road situation back here for this delivery gate. And changed up how these buildings were sitting a little bit. Added a staff path connection point to that area. Tried to figure out the fencing for the cassowaries. I really didn't fully decide on something. I think I'm gonna go with the European stone. I think just to make it feel a little more rustic. But I can't really finish off this section until I start to put in the boundary for the habitat. Decided to move the cat house a little bit further that way. Picked out 3 cats to put in the cat house. And determined that this felt way too empty with nothing there. So we're gonna put the cockroaches there. And then we'll take this border fence up to here. And then I will take that and continue that around this way. I might do another staff path cut through over here, maybe just to break it up a little bit. We might do probably do like another bathroom, maybe an information booth in this section. And then somewhere over here, I would like to do, you know what? No, I don't really have the room to do like a crocodile river ride. It would be very short. Um, I don't know really how I would pull that off. Maybe we'll do like a swamp walk. Maybe over top of their ponds or something. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we can have that like start here and go back that way and maybe try to squeeze them in this way. I don't know. Something like that. But before I got too hung up on that, I decided to come back over here and put the facade on this bathroom set here. And that's when we ended up working on the hedging down that way. I put in a security camera here. I didn't put one on the building itself, but I think we're okay with that one there. I might put in another one back here somewhere or two. But before we completely wrap up today, I'm going to take the lighting down to nighttime. So there's going to be a brief flash if you're sensitive in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are in dark mode. I'm going to grab my little landscape light that I have been using the most of. I actually don't really need it in here, do I? Because we're pretty well lit between the lamp posts and the lights on the building. It's pretty bright right there, surprisingly. Like it's actually seems darker in the houses there. That's a shadow issue, that square. There's some, I thought there was something wrong with my game the first time I saw it happen, but we are okay. And then let me grab another one of these. And we're gonna spin this guy kind of right there. Well, do we need... Oh, you know what? I also have the flashlight on. That's not helping. There we go. That's a more accurate representation of how dark it is. I was gonna say, this seems like really bright. Do I want to be... this way? That's probably not bad. Yeah, you know what? I was like, this seems way too bright. It's very surprised. I'm gonna go back and look at that landscaping here in a second. Forgot I had the flashlight on. No, it's still kind of bright over here. Alright, that's fine. Probably because we're also getting light coming from the windows. It almost feels blindingly bright, but it is walking into the bathroom, so it's probably okay. Just a minute. Alright, sorry about that. We had to deal with an issue. That needed to be muted for. Trying to give dates to the mother-in-law for when she had to be back by. For when we are trying to leave on our next adventure. Hey, but he's in the other room, meowing at the wall. Possibly the Christmas tree. Alright, so we've got that. These are just here because I was having to duplicate them and it was just easier to grab them. In fact, let me grab both of these and move them over there. So they're out of the way and not throwing extra light around. So I'm gonna have some more like rocks and stuff back in here. But I'm just trying to figure out where I wanted the lighted trees to be placed while we're in dark mode. Just trying to make it feel not quite so barren and empty. But we're definitely on our way. That came out good enough. And like I said, we've got a tiny like coffee and cupcake area over here. Donuts, that's fine. I don't even know if we're actually making any sales over here. No. Overall, what's our sales been like? We lost $100 last year. People don't really buy the donuts all that much. I mean, I guess if you didn't give them any other options and they were hungry enough, that's what they would buy. Yeah, even this one's losing money. The coffee's making money though, surprisingly enough. I don't know, I just thought, you know, like Tea Party Garden butterflies, we should have like some sweet stuff there. Alright, and then I need to hedge out this section. Probably put like a little bit of our backstage wall up there somewhere. So we've definitely got our work cut out for us. But we've done a bit of planning now, we have a bit of direction to move with here. After I was fighting with the hedging for a little while there. And again, sorry for all the interruptions today. It's always chaotic. At least we got some of the stream in, I suppose. Life has been lifing extra hard today. these guys. These guys have like that softer uplight on them. A little bit gentler. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, I'm gonna add some more foliage in there. This is just to get the baseline down for that. And then each of the tables get their own light here. That should be about where, yeah, it's about where the umbrella links up to the table. So I like just adding that solar light in the umbrella slot on these tables, just because then the tables don't feel so dark. You can like see your food and stuff. And there will be umbrellas on these tables. I do wish we also had a closed umbrella option for like the tables that don't have their umbrellas opened on them yet. I think that would be fun. Or like it wasn't really needed yet. Figure I might as well do this while we are still in dark mode. I'll have to do other lighting passes as we go. But at least this will be one less thing. Why am I having trouble seeing this? Just the angle, I guess. Alright, who still needs lights? These guys do. You alright? You still have her keys?
No, she should have.
What's the matter? This time. Oh, give me strength to get through December 10th. I am hoping streams aren't this disrupted, because that's a lot of time to be taking off this time of year. Okay, so this area will look pretty good once we get it all landscaped and hedged up, and we get the facades in on these buildings. And, you know, I think we'll be looking pretty good. I'm not quite sure what kind of roof I'm gonna do on this yet. We'll see. Excuse me, how that goes. Hopefully my sanity will be better on Sunday. And they'll have chilled the fuck out with all their fucking interruptions. But I think we're gonna call it there today. Again, no extra stream tomorrow. I'm gonna also be working on the log for the banana slug tomorrow off stream, probably in between trying to get cooking dealt with and all. That, or I might just take the day off and just fuck around and something else. Maybe I'll try to get some Minecraft recorded tomorrow or something. I also need to do editing on the tissue paper project. I've fallen behind on that, trying to get Christmas gifts done. And the other night when I was trying to work on it, I kind of lost my will to do it. And I'm like, no, we're on video 97 of 179 now because one of the videos was corrupted. But I was like, I need to keep going on this or I'm never going to get done. I'm so close to being finished this section of videos. Once I get to video 100, then that section's going to get rendered. And then I'll start the next set of 20 videos, but we're getting so close. If I can just knuckle under and get through it. Oh gosh, we'll see what this weekend brings. So everybody enjoy their Thanksgiving if you're celebrating tomorrow. Stay safe if you're traveling. Remember, you don't need to be a speed demon to get where you're going. Just take a couple extra minutes and leave early, or just accept that you are going to be late. And I will see everybody on Sunday for Moonstone Island. So have a good holiday, and until next time,